Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and in this video, we'll be talking about the new Rome Cleaver. I rode this binding at Copper Mountain on a day that was sunny, bluebird. There was average temps, low to mid-level wind gusts, perfect corduroy chop chunder, a little bit of light pow in spots and chunky leftover pow in others, and I rode it on my Ride Shadowband snowboard with my K2 Thraxis boots. All right, so let's talk about the adjustability on this bad boy. You have 4 set screws, 2 at the front, 2 on the side. You loosen those up, you can pull the heel cup out or push it in depending on the length of your boot. The foot ramp is slightly adjustable. You can slide it more forward or a little bit backwards. You have flip tabs on the toe and the heel strap. So you flip them up, push it in, pull it out, lock it back down. There you go. You can lengthen and shorten it. The toe strap is on a pin system, so you push it down, pull it back up. Then with the heel strap, it also sits on the pivot mount system. And what's cool about this is if you get instep pressure, you can loosen it up, lower it, raise it, kind of center that strap where it would fit naturally with the contour of your instep. You can also rotate the high back as well as cant it. So if you want to angle it more, you can do that, as well as line it up to be parallel with your heel edge. And then you have the forward lean adjustment. Flip it up, slide it down, slide it back up, lock it into place. You can do this on the fly. Building on the aux tech that they've been doing for the past generation of the Cleaver, you now have the Ultra Flex Pro strap. This changes the shape of the aux tech around the outside, so it's less likely to tear when you overextend it and really crank it down. I do find that this is a little more durable. Plus you have that center spine in there to give it a little more rigidity. The toe strap is still the same. This will fit just about any boot shape out there and lock in. What's nice about the heel strap is that it does contour perfectly around the instep of the boot. You have no excess padding, which means your boot is going to provide it all, which means no possible pinch points or hot spots. Now, you do get a little bit more give, so if that's something that you're not cool with, especially in the top or the bottom of the strap, you might want to look at something else. The ratchets have a really excessively large pull tab, which gives you more torque when you want to make it climb when you're locking it down. The one finger quick release works exactly as you would hope that it would. Overall, these ratchets are dialed. They've been dialed for years. You don't have to worry about it. They climb well, they release well, they never slip. There's no premature release either. Overall, they're super solid. All right, so the high back, it's rigid. It has a lot of stiffness to it. It gives you a lot of power when you drive into it. You are not gonna get a lot of tweakability with this thing. Nice thing about this is you have the ability to cant it 6 degrees on the inside and the outside if you want to, as well as rotate it to line up with your heel edge. The forward lean adjustment works exactly how you'd think it would. Flip it up, slide it down, lock it back in. It works. This high back is designed for power. You do have very minimal padding in there as well. This is the stiffest binding in the Rome catalog, in my opinion. You get a lot of lateral drive outside of it because it is a full wrap chassis, which means the heel cup wraps all the way around. So when you're on the outside of the binding, you're getting more power instead of more give like you would get with the ASIM wrap. Toe to heel, there's more give in the heel strap. You notice that. So it's not as powerful as it has been, but it's still strong enough to really drive into when you absolutely need it to. Like I said, it's a stiffer binding. It borders on that category of free ride to freestyle. So it's kind of like that all mountain, do everything. It's not as stiff as other bindings I've ridden, but it's stiff enough. This is a very smooth and stable ride. You have that foam underfoot that really dampens any kinetic energy that you get. It absorbs it, you don't feel it, you don't get foot fatigue. Then the foot pad as well also dampens. The only time you're really gonna feel anything is when you hit super choppy terrain and you're just slamming right into it. Then it's gonna have to put that energy somewhere, and that just goes right up into your foot, ankle, and knees. Who's this binding for? The do-everything hard charger guy. I like the Cleaver for what it is. It's got power where you absolutely want it, but it's not as stiff as other bindings on the market where you're like, oh my God, this is kind of killing me. You have a ton of adjustability. That new strap is a move in the right direction. I think it's gonna end up being a little bit more durable. As I said, I really do dig this binding, even though I'm more of a black label guy with that ASIM wrap. But the power that you get out of this, you can really push into a carve and get just that superb slingshot motion out of a turn. Binding recommendations: the bent metal solution, the Now Drive, the Union Atlas Pro. This has been my review of the Rome Cleaver. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own a pair? Are you gonna buy a pair? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this binding. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.